Tonight, Easter turns dark as Pope Francis dies and is buried. Then, Kenyan authorities put screening of a BBC documentary to a halt. And finally, cracks in ODM extends to the broad-based government. This is the Nakala Report. Welcome, folks. Welcome to the Nakala Report. I'm your host, Nakala. Asante, thank you, Asante. Now, folks, I know that last week you were all feeling so much rested after taking that well-deserved and much-needed rest over the Easter holidays. And therefore, I say to you all, happy belated Easter. I know it is too late, but no matter how late it is already, it can't get more belated than that, okay? But this past Easter holidays was a unique one as well. That's right, folks. It fell right inside April 20th, also abbreviated 420, or if you like, 420. And I know what you must be asking yourself. The heck? What is the significance of April 20th, or as they like to call it, 420? Well, don't feel stupid, or dumb, or bad, or worse, because you were not alone. There are millions of you out there who know nothing about 420. Of course, not unless you are a Gen Z or a stoner. Sorry. I may have lost you right there again with the stoner thing. Oh, you poor thing. Anyway, here's the thing. I don't know whether I should first explain to you the meaning of 420 or explain the meaning of a stoner or both or none. It is tough. It's a tough decision right there. But what I can tell you is that if today was April 20th, and it is so happened that I was religious stoner, then it could have been so much easier for me to explain all this to you. You don't believe me? Well, you better do. So here is a hint for you. If you are a Gen X or a millennial, then think Snoop Dogg, yeah? Snoop Dogg. And for Gen Zs, think Mumias East MP Peter Salasia, or better still, just Google 420 or stoner. It will make much more easier. It will make work much more easier for both of us. Anyways, for stoners out there, I hope that you took full advantage of 420. Otherwise, I know that being Easter and being 420 at the same time, most of you are equally confused on whether to get high or get closer to the Most High. Anyway, back to my main story, Easter. Easter was going on well, extremely well, with some friends and families taking to Mombasa, while others traveled off country to keep tabs with their ancestors. Meanwhile, some of us, without overly demanding ancestors, stayed in the city. So, all was well from Friday through Sunday until Monday morning, when this less shocking news came in from the Vatican. Jimmy?
Pope Francis has died. That's come from the Vatican. We just have that breaking news. Pope Francis has died. That's coming to us from the Vatican via the AFP news agency. We don't have any more details than that. This just reaching us here at BBC News in the last few minutes that Pope Francis has died.
Oh no, no. Why did you have to do this to us, Papa Frank? You have been in and out of hospital, and the last time you came out of the hospital, you managed to sneak in sometime and appear before the faithful at St. Peter's Square, where you gave your Easter blessings. And before that, You even cleared your diary to meet US Vice President J.D. Vance. And while you met him, could he have secretly been your Judas Iscariot, sent by Trump as pilot? Why? Why now? When the mission was not yet accomplished. You were only 88 years old. Couldn't you have waited until you were 90? Oh, man. I know that Jesus also died during Easter, but he was just kidding, man. He was a man on a mission to fulfill prophecy, and even after dying for 3 days, he still came back to life. It is now past the 3 days, and we haven't seen you resurrecting like Jesus did. Come on, man, come on. Oh, dear Frank. Papa Francis, kwani wewe haujui jokes? You took this dying thing too seriously, man, and actually died for real. For real, bwana, for real. Oh, this hurts. This really hurts. And as a true Catholic, through baptism and confirmation, it hurts even more. It does. It does, man, it does. It does. Yeah, it does. And what hurts some of us even more is that they are already arranging to have you replaced. The cardinals are already planning it, bwana, even before the dust settles. They are not giving you a chance to resurrect like Jesus did. I mean, how mean and inconsiderate can they be? Oh, man. But, all hope is not lost, especially for Africans. Yeah? Especially for Africans. Because as things stand, one of us is poised to succeed you. Yeah? One of us. If things don't go wrong, like they did in early February this year for Baba. So, Papa, rest in peace, Holy Father. Rest in peace, champ. Don't just dance with the angels, Papa. Teach them your ways, your love, your care, your humanity, and your humility. Adios, Papa. Adios. Thank you for watching. When we come back, our monologue. Welcome back, folks. Welcome to our monologue. And joining me always, as always, is my co-host and partner in Zit Crime, Bwana Nick Bwire. Eh? Whichever way. Yeah. Bwana Nick Bwire. Nick, bwana karibu sana.
Asante sana. How was your Easter?
My Easter was good, not good. Being a Catholic, unajua tulipoteza mtu wetu bwana. So,
yeah, it started well, but ended badly at last.
Yeah. The last minute, huh?
Yeah. Maybe he had planned his death.
Huh?
He had planned his death.
Like Jesus?
I don't know.
Usiende hapo. Tumepoteza mtu mkubwa. Unajua bado we are still mourning.
Yeah, so, personally, I'm still mourning. Yeah.
But you are not a Catholic.
I am a staunch Catholic. Come on, what's wrong with you?
All right, so we have so much going on. Kuna news mingi, but we'll just guzia a few, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
So we dive right in. Now, what do we have? Yes, Kenyan authorities have put pressure on BBC to halt the screening of a report showing police officers who shot dead anti-tax protesters at Parliament during demonstration in June last year. And this emerged as pressure mounted on government to take action against or on rogue security officers who unlawfully killed and maimed scores of unharmed protesters. And as pressure piles up, opposition leaders and the civil society have piled pressure or more pressure on the National Police Service, NPS, and Kenya Defence Forces, KDF, to arrest the officers implicated in the shooting and killing of demonstrators. And in a statement, the opposition leaders said, and I quote them, "Independent institutions tasked with holding our security agencies, particularly IPOA and ODPP, to account, have abdicated their constitutional mandates and now operate at the behest of the regime, participating in cover-ups of human rights violations, of the Constitution. And amid all this, IPOA on its part defended itself saying, and I quote IPOA, out of the 60 deaths registered with IPOA, the authority has completed 22 investigations, is pursuing 36, and has 2 cases before the courts. Nick, these independent bodies, Kwanzaa, where do we start?
Well, our security agencies first. The only thing I know is that our security agencies are supposed to protect our
life and property,
uphold and human rights, right? Why is it that those who are supposed to protect our borders are involved in killing civilians?
Nick,
if you watch that clip well,
yes, but so
this guy, he's a KDF. Why was he mad with the police?
But so far, these are just allegations. We haven't found, we haven't come, we haven't pinpointed yet. We are just alleging that he was a KDF officer. Well, we know that KDF was prowl on the street during demonstrations, but are you sure that it was actually a KDF officer?
Okay, if you want to argue about whether they were KDFs or not, then why did they deploy KDF openly for us to see? And the cameras for BBC actually pinpointed him as a KDF.
Yeah, I saw it, and it came out. If that is, if the video is true and his video is accurate, then I think we could.
Then I might wonder when you want to think like you want to side with one of Pondo Kaluma, who says that those things were doctored. A whole critic of he was initially a former critic of the government, and today he's dancing the same tune with the government.
You know, Pondo Kaluma, Peter Pondo Kaluma, the Homa Bay County, the Homa Bay MP. He was actually a very fierce critic of this government, including
the former regime.
Yes. Including his counterpart, Mr. Mbadi, who actually called Ruto's minister a skunk.
Yeah.
So they've had their soul poll conversation moment, and siasa Kenya, unfortunately, inaendanga.
No, who is fooling who here? Are there double standards?
I think everybody is fooling everybody.
Are there double standards?
They are more than double standards. I think they are.
Because when you hear James Orengo speak and you listen to what Baba is saying and what Sifuna and Professor Nyong'o are saying.
No, we'll talk about that in the next discussion.
Yes.
So anyway, let's go back a little bit to on this IPOA thing. Nick, did IPOA have to wait for this documentary to come, for them to come out and say this statement that I just read previously? What were they doing over a year? Then again, did we have to, are we failing as Kenyan journalists, or Kenyan journalists are failing, if we have to wait for BBC kukuja kututolea hizi machepe za hizi vitu?
No, as Kenyan journalists, trust you me, you cannot.
You cannot?
You cannot.
But I've been seeing very...
You will hear a little and see less, but you will not see that they come up with such a documentary. Why? Because...
Is it lack of resources or what?
Not lack of resources. Here we are at Lookup TV. If they can claim that BBC should not operate here, what is Lookup? Nasema ya kwamba na isi operate kuanzia leo hiyo studio ifungwe. That will be the headlines.
But I remember our president at Kasarani, even with the former deputy president Rigathi Gachagua, promised that they will not interfere with the independence of media and independence of other institutional bodies. So when this comes, I will just wonder where we are heading as a country.
They have gone against what they promised us.
Anyway, ni siasa.
Sure.
Ni siasa. And let's move on. There is a simmering tensions in the broad-based government, with some members of the ODM party coming out to criticize the government of President William Samoei Ruto. And of great note is that some of these leaders calling out President Ruto and his government are senior officials in the Orange Party. This started with Nairobi Senator Edward Sifuna, who is also ODM Secretary General, who said actually in a TV interview that whether Raila Odinga backs William Ruto in 2027, he will still fail. Then followed the Siaya Senator, or the Siaya Governor, Mr. James Orengo, who actually called out the president on human rights. Another notable figure is the Kisumu Governor, Professor Anyang' Nyong'o, who wrote an open letter to the president calling out the president and saying that his regime is actually stifling or wants to kill devolution. And that's just a small list, in fact, including Hamisi Senator, Godfrey Osoti, yeah?
Yeah, Osoti.
No, Caleb Hamisi.
Caleb Hamisi.
Caleb Hamisi, who has actually also been a very big critic of this government, given the fact that he's a deputy party leader. So, kwa hii broad-based government, and then Raila came out, yeah, to defend Orengo when
Defend
people,
Orengo
and Nyong'o.
and Nyong'o.
When his own people like the Budget and Appropriation Committee member, chairman, Mr. What is his name? Alego Songa MP.
Somebody change?
Yeah. So when he came out to castigate Orengo, Baba later came on to defend him. Sasa, it's actually even spiraled out of control because Uasin Gishu Senator, Mr. Jackson Mandago, alikuja akasema kwamba msifikirie mumetupea tu, hii kitu tuko pamoja mpaka mwisho, mkijaribu kutoka mtakiona. Of course, Sudi has raised his voice also, and so many others, including the Speaker of the National Assembly, of the Senate, Mr. Kingi, who have said, you can't have your one foot in government and one foot out. You decide.
He said you can't have your cake and eat it.
Yeah.
And have it, yeah.
Sasa hapa hivi, ni nani anadanganya nani?
One, let me just be open here. Baba is one person who can't be trusted.
He can't be trusted.
Sure.
Baba
When
can be
Sifuna
trusted,
speaks,
Baba alisema
Baba
Kibaki
has
tosha.
spoken.
Huh?
When Sifuna speaks, Baba has spoken. When Orengo speaks, Baba is saying the truth. And when Nyong'o speaks, it's the truth that Baba is following. So there's no way you can tell me, oh, these are cracks in the party. No. Huyo Baba ni msee mwingine wa ajabu tu.
Sasa
He
ni
can enter there.
Do they have two
come
scripts?
out.
Script ingine ya wanapea Ruto, wengine wako nayo personally ama ni nini?
Well, that's what we are doing. There's nothing like a broad-based staff or government here. The individuals, is it Sudi who said that we were fighting drugs when we took two drug barons?
No.
Placed them in
No, that was former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua.
Two drug barons in the
cabinet.
Yeah. All we know is that there are so many double standards here, and the truth is that President anachezwa.
Will this marriage last?
No. In my opinion, no.
Nani ataumia sana?
The president anachezwa.
But I think the president is genuine.
There will
in
be a
this
very great. He is genuine.
He's genuine.
There will be a very great exodus, trust you me, that will shake Kenyans.
He's very genuine because he has everything to lose by the dissolvement of this called marriage. Because ikienda, unajua ikienda ni kama miguu imeenda.
Kabisa. We will not see a formidable IBC in the first place, which people will revolt against. Yeah.
Hii siasa imekuwa telezi bwana.
Kabisa.
Telezi kabisa. Yeah. Na Matiang'i pia amewasili.
Na amejoin Rigathi Gachagua's team.
Na Kebaso na huyu jamaa anaenda aje kama na
Kebaso ni wale watoto wadogo wanalipuanga kakitu waambiwe.
Usiite Kebaso mtoto.
No, he's older than Kebaso. He's only 27, bro.
Is he eligible to vie for president?
He is eligible. No,
he's 35.
He's supposed to be 35.
Yeah. So he's not eligible.
Anakuambia kuvai.
Kwa hivyo yeye anafanya tu mchezo ya town.
I suppose he should be doing some masters somewhere to dwell into politics.
Anyway, we see how this thing goes because the cracks are already merging huko kwa jikoni. Tujui jikoni kuna moto aina gani, sijui kama wamewasha jiko ama ni stove. But things are not well. So we hope and we pray that things are going to be well so that at least some work is done before the next general election in this country so that we can move forward as a nation. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned when we come back, our thank you notes. Welcome back, folks. Welcome to our thank you notes. And as always, we don't like ending the show without thanking a few things, a few people, or a few instances. And Nick, this week we are going to thank a few people or things, yeah? So whom do we start with?
Well, let's delve into soccer first. Let's thank Liverpool Football Club.
Liverpool Football Club. We thank them, all right.
The EPL.
EPL, yeah?
Yeah.
let's do this. Wapate barua yao.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Thank you, Liverpool Football Club, for winning the English Premier League. Now you have 20 EPL titles. Congratulations.
Yeah, actually, it has taken them a lot of years, enough years actually. United have been dominating them ever since. They had 18, but United came and surpassed them and took 20. So Liverpool has taken enough time to capture the 2 titles. The last one was it was 2019, and this is now the second one. Now they have 20. They tie with Manchester United.
They're tying now.
Yeah,
at 20.
20 Premier League titles.
How about Arsenal? Wamekuwa kipiga kelele
They have
mingi
13.
sana. 13.
They're the third one. Yeah.
They've been the loudest.
Yeah, but they are number 13 there. 13 titles, actually, English titles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's good for them, and
Yeah, congratulations for them. Yeah, let's hope next season they'll find a way of making it 21.
Which is your team?
Arsenal.
Oh,
Na usiwahi ongea mbaya kwa
kumbe
sasa.
nyinyi I've been saying they are the loudest.
No, no.
Unajibu tu hapa na kumbe ni nyinyi.
Yeah, I'm proud of my team.
Anyway, sawa. So thank you again, Liverpool, for winning the championship, the EPL championship. We hope you'll keep at it and win more. Nick, let's thank somebody else.
The president.
The president.
Yeah, he's a very busy president. He
Huyu
was in
president
China and eventually
tunamthank kila wiki bwana.
tukampata tena ameingia Rome to represent Kenya.
Okay.
Matanga.
All right, let's thank for going to bury the Pope. Yeah. All right, so let's do this. Okay, here we go. Thank you, President William Samoei Ruto, for taking time off your busy schedule to attend Pope Francis' burial in Italy, Rome. Or is it Italy or Italy?
Italy.
Italy.
Or Italia.
Italia.
As they pronounce it themselves.
So, Nick, President, but now there is as much as we want to thank him for going for that burial, there is a little controversy there. Because when he was in China, the National Assembly Speaker, Mr. Moses Wetangula, Masika Wetangula, came out and said that the president had actually sent him to go and represent him huko kwa hiyo matanga ya Pope. And then kidogo tunaona president amefika huko. Is this a prudent use of taxpayers' money, given that huyo jamaa the speaker used taxpayers' money to go there, and then again president pia anaenda huko?
Yeah, the president delegated Wetangula to represent him.
Exactly.
Not to represent Kenyans. So the president went there to represent Kenyans.
Wacha kunichanganya.
I think akukuwa na ile flight lag, so akaona mimi am still na sina fatigue, so I can still jet to Rome. Yeah.
Did he really have to?
He had to. Who could stop him?
I know nobody could stop him, but after delegating that function to Wetangula, did he have to go?
Of which he said, you represent me. And then maybe he went there and said, okay, I'm coming here to represent Kenyans.
But then again,
angebeba wa Kenya wote apeleke huko.
But then again, you know, 2027 is fast approaching, and we have so many Catholic voters.
Yeah.
So it could also be hiyo.
Na president anadhara campaign Rome. Usicheze nao jamaa.
It's
a serious one.
I didn't see any black people there, or rather head of states.
Now, one funny thing about the president is that hata alikaa mbele ya, is it Prince Harry or William? Alikaa mbele yake. Kwani kiti yake ilikuwa ishajengwa tu mapema. Okay, si alikaa nyuma tu ya Trump na Roska mbili hivi. Anyway, let's thank the president. He did a good job for us, but I'm sure he's back in Kenya.
Yeah, I'm sure he's back. He's back.
Yeah.
And then there's this propaganda also going around, especially around the...
Don't talk about the candle.
Yes, the candle. Is it true or false?
Okay, walipea tu president kibiriti iko na maji. Tukubaliane tu na hiyo.
Akawashi kakataa kuwaka. Na Wamunyoro ametumia wakasema unaona?
Tungefanya aje.
President alipewa candle akaasha ikakataa kuwaka.
Those who do not like the president of Kenya, so walimpea tu kiberiti wet. Tukijaribu
Mbona walimpea kibriti wetu? Was this sabotage?
Sini witch hunt too.
Kwani Wamunyoro alifika huko Vatican?
My friend, money can do everything.
Anyway, we thank the president for taking his time off the busy schedule that he had in China to personally go and attend the burial of Pope Francis, who died and was buried last week. So thank you, Mr. President. You are, but the uni mchapakazi.
Yeah, mchapakazi.
He's always active. Kuna kulala. Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you for watching. Please don't forget to tune in every Friday at 8:30 p.m. to catch up with the Nakala Report, only on Lookup TV. Thank you, good night, and good luck. Yes, sir. Oh,